Good morning, Year 3-4. Now today we have finished learning all about the east of Africa. Now if you know your compass, you should know that this part here is the east. And we're going to be moving to the left over to the west of Africa over here. Now if we read our introduction for the west of Africa, in West of Africa we have Benin, Burkina Faso, Cabo Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mali, Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, and Togo. Togo, what a funny word. Now, in the north of West Africa lies the Sahara Desert. In the south, there are the windy beaches of the Atlantic Ocean. In between is the starry Sahel, where the desert meets the grassy savannas. The savannas merge into dark rainforests, which melt into the wet mangrove swamps. The busy, crowded cities rock to the rhythms of highlife and hip-hop because, whether they are blue-eyed desert nomads or dark black city dwellers, West Africans love music. Wherever you go, men wear long, flowing, embroidered robes over loose, baggy trousers when they are not wearing blue jeans. Once camels carried West African gold across the Sahara to the Middle East, and some of the world's first universities were founded in the region. Now West Africa sells diamonds and oil via container ships, and highly educated West African doctors, lawyers and engineers work all over the world. Now here you can see lots of different ways of saying welcome in different languages that you'll find across West Africa. And if we look at the map of West Africa, we can see lots and lots of different animals, different fruits and different cultures as well. Now, the first thing it actually tells us is about African religions. Now that doesn't mean that there's only religion in West Africa, it's just where the author of the book has decided to put this important part. Religion is very important in Africa. Christianity and Islam are the most popular organised religions, but there are traditional religions too. They teach that everything in the world has a soul, even trees, even rocks, even rivers, even storms. It is the oldest religious belief in the world, and one that all our ancestors shared. Traditional religions have many gods, some kind and some cruel, all ruled over by one top god. Christianity and Islam arrived in Africa as soon as they were begun. Disciples who knew Jesus in the 1st century and Muhammad in the 7th century came to Africa to spread their religions. Some of the oldest mosques in the world are in North Africa. Some of the oldest churches in the world are in East Africa. And some of the oldest synagogues in the world are in Africa too. Christian and Muslim soldiers tried to destroy the traditional religions, but they didn't succeed. Most Africans are now either Christian or Muslim, but they still honour their traditional gods with drumming, dancing and gifts. So we can see at the bottom, strange picture, these kind of look like masks. Maybe they wear these, or maybe they represent their gods. Now the first country in West Africa that we're going to learn about is called Benin. Now you can see in Benin quite strange characters. You can see this person has their face covered. These people are drumming. This person has like horns, almost a bit like a devil, and this person's wearing a mask like the ones we saw on the last page, and they have long swishing like feathers around them. Now the traditional religion VooDoo is one of Benin's official religions. It is celebrated with festivals of drumming and dancing. Some people say magic is performed at these festivals too. VooDoo was taken to the Americas by Africans hundreds of years ago, and it is still also one of Haiti's official religions. Benin was once part of the Kingdom of Dahomey, which began in the 1600s and lasted about 300 years. The kingdom was famous for its powerful army, and women soldiers were considered the best and bravest of all. Shi Dong Hong Bei was the commander when she was only a teenager. The wonderful Pinjari National Park in Benin is one of the very few places where West African lions still roam free. Now your task for today, one of them, is to look at the index page. Now the index page, if we go right to the back of the book, is here. Now you'll find it's a bit like a dictionary in its alphabetical order, so it starts with all the words beginning with A and it finishes with all the words beginning with Z. Now they're all different topics, they don't tell you what they mean, that would be a glossary, but they tell you where you can find that topic. So if you wanted to look up about dinosaur footprints, you would go down to the D, dinosaur footprints, and you find out they talk about it on page 14. If you wanted to find out about hairstyles, you go to the and look, hairstyles, page 58. Now I want you to find out all the different pages that mention religion. So I've put up a picture, because it's going to be easier to read it off a picture than on a video. You're going to have to look for the R, find the word religion, and there are 5 pages that mention religion. Can you find them all? The other thing I've asked you to do, when we were reading that, there was quite a lot of new words. I want you to go and try and find the meaning of those words, and then come back, read the pages we've read today again, listen to me, and see if you can understand it a little bit better. Okay?